Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we are returning to our Let's Play of Unity of Command 2, playing the Blitzkrieg DLC. So, our next scenario is going to be Mława to Modlin. I did load it up just to have a look at the map, so I can talk about that a little bit. So, we are in this area here of sort of northern/eastern Poland. You can see the Danzig corridor where we fought last time is around over here, slightly off map. But this time, our objective here is to do this encirclement movement and close to the northern pincer here from the area of Eastern Prussia into central Poland at Siedlce and Lomcha. So our main axis of attack is probably going to be along this corridor here or along this route. There are a couple of rivers that we do need to cross, but I think all in all it's going to be alright. There are a couple of bonus objectives. Let's talk about them in a second, but the interesting thing to note is if we look at our supply situation, you can see our supply does start on this rail network over here, and ideally we would advance down here, right? So the issue with that is the rail line does end over here. So this is basically a rail line that's only running from Germany into Poland, but it's not connected to the rest of the Polish rail network. These are just streets. So that does mean that if we get to down here, we will become out of supply as we're pushing forward. So that's not necessarily ideal. To actually get supply all the way down here, we would need to capture this area here along the eastern part of the map, and I'm slightly concerned whether or not that is going to be viable at all. So let's see about that. There are a couple of bridges over here, there are a couple of objectives that are in the way, but basically to get supply all on the map, we do need to take this western proportion. Actually, I think I did say eastern. Right, let's look at the situation as is. So that is that. We do need to take the city of Mława by turn 2. And I think that is going to be extraordinarily difficult. Because, well, we don't really have enough forces down here. We only basically, from the forces that we've got in this preparation phase here, it seems like only these tanks here, these Panzer IIs, I'm guessing, could reach down here. And this is a city terrain, so city tanks, that just doesn't really work well together. These guys could get over here too, but a single unit against a well-entrenched unit down here, I have my doubts whether or not that is going to be viable at all. So that is going to be somewhat difficult to tackle, and we'll need to see whether we can actually do something about that. We could, of course, try to buy a cart over here, and capturing this here on time would actually give us a card. So maybe that is something that we want to do. Let's see about that. We also want to attack this town over here. We've got a little bit more time to do that. We've to take it by turn 5. Although it would be kind of lovely if we could do that. Let's, by the way, look at the Polish supply situation. So Polish supply is coming from Warsaw and being distributed around here and coming from down here. So the nice thing about that is if we can take out Warsaw and the rail network here, basically at least this middle proportion of the map will become out of supply for them, whereas the southern proportion is probably going to be supplied from this point on pretty much for the entire scenario. So not a lot of luck there. Well, I really do want to break through over here, so let's see whether we can achieve that at all. What can we do here? We probably have some, yeah, we do have some headquarter reserves here. Let's put them into these units here. I think they're a little bit better than these guys here. These guys are just Grand Strip and they really can't attack anything. But these guys here might do some flanking movements. That does leave us with some reserves, which I think is going to be alright. Let's move our headquarter up a little bit. I think that's going to be useful. So I guess let's move it down here. Yeah, that does include everything. We are also going to get some reinforcements, so we're going to get something in turn 2, and then some items in the next couple of turns. Right. Do we want to do anything else? Do we want to buy reinforcements or the like? Well, maybe for these tanks, maybe for this infantry. Your regular infantry, we could buy stuff. We could buy specialist steps in particular. So pioneers to assist in the river crossing wouldn't be a terrible idea, honestly. Although I think you can actually probably sloop around over here. We could also think about just buying some more artillery and have a really heavy artillery corps. And use just set piece attacks. The question is, how would we gain them though? Okay, you know what? Let's do that. Let's actually buy that. I think that's going to be alright. So we do have some artillery here, and that is it. We're not going to buy more anything else. So that's going to be alright. Let's see what we can do over here. So, yeah, I think we are going to start over here. Now, I would like to capture this rail line, but probably it's not going to be immediately important. We do have this truck depot over here, and that does send some supply this way. So it doesn't need to happen immediately. So that does mean you guys can move down here and potentially attack this cavalry, which is alright. You guys could get all the way over here, and you could attack from there. Which is an interesting idea. Now you guys could get down here as well, but you would be a little bit disrupted by the lack of supply there. Why can't you get over here? There's some bad weather over there. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it kind of is. Now, I could get these guys on the other side of the river. That would enable them to attack here with much more force, and I think that would be a good idea. On the other hand, the downside of that is that basically this guy would still be in supply. This guy can still trace supply, and that does mean he can potentially attack into our rear here if we also move forward our tank. I would like to cut that rail line, but I just can't. So, you know what? Okay, let's get you guys over here. You can attack here. Unfortunately, your artillery isn't working this turn, but what we could do is we could try to bomb them. If we bomb them now, and if we can get a good attack in, that might be decent. Right, it's going to be difficult because they are in a city and they are entrenched, so it's going to be tough, but we have achieved 3 suppression here, and that is fantastic. That is very, very nice. There's a 90% chance for them to retreat. And we didn't trigger that! Ah, Jesus. That is so unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. Ah, Jesus. I would have loved to kick these guys out of there. How about you guys? You can't get anywhere close enough, can you? Now these guys will recover a little bit, so that's gonna be quite tough. Now I could potentially move into here. No, I can't. If I moved you over here, there would be a 100% chance for them to retreat. We'd lose a point here in the armor, which does kind of hurt, but I do think it's worth it just to capture that. And can I now capture it? No, I can't. Ah. That is seriously annoying. And it's just due to the bad weather here. And ultimately, actually, you guys can't... You guys can still trace some supplies. So, we do have a problem here. Now, I could move you to Ollenstein so that at least you guys can't capture that. Although this is zone of control by this guy and that is by this guy. So, you can't break through there. Okay, that's fine then. That's actually pretty good. Right, let's move you guys forward. Do we want to attack here? Probably we do. Ooh, that was a bad attack. Lost two points there, which really we should not have. Right, let's take a look at the this side of the front line. I'm fairly confident that there are going to be some forces over there. So let's actually move the Grand Strip in here. Yeah, so they do capture that now. That's okay. You guys can move forward as well. And that does probably mean that you guys are going to move here. Now we could attack these guys. It would seem like a little bit of a waste. Right, let's try to get you guys over here. Start to be ready to attack on there. We do have the flying artillery. We could use that to clear these guys out. But I think we want to probably keep them around for a little bit longer. Do we have any other units? You guys can attack this cavalry. Really don't think that's useful. You guys could attack. You guys could attack. Are you going to be around? Yeah, for one more scenario. No, I think probably these guys might actually withdraw. Anyone else? You could attack. No, let's not do that. I mean, I could attack with the cavalry and just weaken them. You know what? Okay, let's do it. 1-1. No, this is... They always tend to lose more than they actually said. Okay, this time these guys did not lose anything though, so that's nice. And actually does mean that these guys here are weakened. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. Good. You guys still not going to do anything? Fine. Let's hand it over to the Poles and see what they are going to do. Okay, some retreating units. Probably someone is going to occupy that city. Yes, indeed, of course they do. It's really unfortunate that we couldn't occupy that when we did clear it out. Yeah, and these guys are kind of strong. Nevertheless, we can attack them with very strong forces here. So we could suppress 4, or we could actually kill 3. Why do we have so horrible supply? Well, let's see about that. Yeah, it is kind of horrible, actually. Right. Okay, I think we have to attack them. We could do a bombardment mission first, and that would weaken them. How many? You've got 6 points. We probably might want to... Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually give some logistical supply to you. That does give you another pip there. And that should make you a little bit stronger. 90% chance of retreat. And indeed, they are retreating, so that's fantastic. Could move you guys up. Let's get you guys into the city then. There we go. And we are getting another card. That's another Opel Blitz, which is fine. So let's actually play this one over here. And then we can take this one as a reward. Remember, we can only keep 4 cards, so I think that's going to be alright this way. Good, okay, so we've now got this position over here, and we've got another truck that we can start to assign in a second. Now, you guys, you could potentially get all the way over here and cut this rail line again. I think these guys are going to withdraw because they are going to be out of supply. They could be nasty and attack us, but I think we do get some unit. Yes, we do. And it's actually based in Northern, so that's fantastic. Good, I like that. Right, we've got the crucial positioning here, so what are we going to do with the tanks now? We could push forward very aggressively here. You guys, you can come down here. You guys could attack. Can I actually move you back and then again to what's over here? I probably can. You guys could get all the way over there. Okay, let's do something slightly risky. Let's move these guys back so that they're capturing this piece of land over there. And then back into here. So now we've got at least the rail link all the way over here. So that's good. We don't really have the rail link down to here yet. But we might in a second. Actually, we could actually add... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I undo that? Yes, I can. Good. So... what we can actually do is look at our supply network over here and actually use our truck that we just gained to increase your range. That would give us range over all of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of here. That's alright-ish, I guess. Although we don't really need that over here. We could actually build a new depot, say over here, and that would give us nice coverage as well. So you know what, let's actually do... No. Let's not end the turn. Let's just set up the supply network this way. Good, so you now should be all in good supply. That's good. Right, you guys do need to come down here, I think, so that we assure that this unit doesn't advance anywhere funny. Right, you guys are considered weak. So we might actually want to encircle you this way. Move up a little bit. We can't move into the headquarter, but we can attack these guys down here. And they're fairly weak, so let's do that. That's fine. Good. We don't get supply down here, currently. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Let's at least capture this road. I think that should now give us supply down there. It does not. Well, that's interesting. I think probably they still need to turn also to update. But I think we'll be alright ultimately. Yeah, that's alright. You guys might try to screw us, but I think we'll be alright. You guys move forward a little bit. So, yeah, I think this positioning here is sort of settled. That's good. That's fine. Let's have a look at this situation over here. Now, do we need to... Let's look at our supply first. Why don't you... Yeah, you should give supply to all of that. It's just a matter of time probably. Just next turn, I think we will be getting the supply there. Will we be getting supply here? Yes, we will. So we don't need to be too concerned about these guys. Only these guys up here will not get any supply. So that's alright-ish. You guys can move forward and try to attack them. Right, let's have you circle around them. That's alright. Move you up. We do have a single attack here that we can use this turn. Now, it's tempting to try to use that on the city, but attacking a city is always a little bit dangerous, so let's actually try to get rid of these guys. Just one kill there. Nothing too fantastic, but still does mean we are taking less casualties, and that's pretty fine. Right, supply? Yeah, still a big issue over there. So, how about you capture these prisoners? And how about you go down into this little hex down here? Now, you can't attack from anywhere from here, but you can sort of threaten these supply lines, so I think that's fine. Right, you are getting supply over here. The question is, will you be getting supply on the other side of this thing? So, what we might actually want to do is take our headquarter. Does have three action points left. Let's use these three action points to give supplies to you, so you're not counting as out of supply anymore. And we're going to cross the river over here so that we can start to threaten these guys with an attack. I think that's fine. This cavalry is at this point a little bit weak, but I suppose what we could do is try to send you on the other side of this river and start making some noises towards Bialystok. You guys can move up a little bit, that's fine. Do we have anyone else who can or should be moving? You guys down here, the tank. Now, you can't move here, you could move here. You could also try to cut off the retreat here off this headquarter. And I'm not sure whether the supply is going to be sufficient. Now, it just might not be. So, honestly, I think we'll keep you where you are. So, you're going to be alright. Anyone else? You could attack. That's an interesting choice. You could attack, but that would just not get anywhere. So, let's not do that. Same for you. You guys, I don't want to move you out of this city, so I think you'll be alright over here. Although we did capture the depot there, and since they don't get any supply, I think they don't get any supply down here at all. Yeah, I don't think they are going to reoccupy it. I should not think so. So that does mean we can potentially move you up at least one hex over here. They could move into the city, but why would they? Okay, that way we'll be ready a little bit. Okay, fine. That's a little bit weird. Okay, that's it. No more units to move. We do have some recon and stuff. I don't think we want to use that now. So that's fine. Do we want to move up our headquarters to maybe Orelsburg? I think that might not be a terrible choice. So let's move you guys up. And that's okay. Good. I like it. We should not be getting any nasty surprises there. They might move into the city, we don't know. Aha. Okay, they did overrun our supply depot there. That's a big issue. But at least we should be getting theirs too. They're digging in there. Headquarters withdrawing. These guys are removing their trucks from the town over there. Right, we are getting some stragglers. That's okay. Right, so some issues down here with these guys being out of supply. And these guys being over there. Right, we can take all of this terrain. Do we get new units? Let's actually place them first. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's get you over there. Motorized unit. Also over there. We can actually move these guys up first, I think. Right, so let's look at this situation. You guys are out of supply for 2 turns, so you can't actually move this turn. Nevertheless, you are in range of your headquarter, which is good. You guys could not move back over there. We could move these guys there. Tanks cannot make it over there. You guys are hopelessly out of position to capture them. Can you move over there? No. You can basically only make it there. So, actually we don't necessarily need this position, although we definitely want to protect our headquarter. And we also do need to think about Russia here. We do only need to take that in 2 turns. We do have some time for that. You guys could advance. And you could attack, of course. But moving you guys up would mean that your artillery is not being used. And we probably want to move you on towards Modlin. Simply so that we can cut their supply here and establish our alternative supply line along this frontier. Well, speaking of, we definitely do move you up. It's unfortunate that these guys do have the weather on their side. You guys cannot move there anyway, so if we move you over here, I think we can potentially move you to the rear again. They are losing a truck. Oh, we can't move them there. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, that does mean we are going to be out of supply in this entire area here. It's unfortunate that we did lose our truck. I think we might get it back in about 3 turns, but it's going to be a while. Yeah, and we do... Well, I mean, absolutely, we do need to deal with these. Ah, but there's a good thing. Okay, so because we did capture this supply depot, our units in the surrounding area did get their supply back. So that's pretty nice. And that does potentially enable us to tackle these guys here. Now, I think this is probably going to be the biggest issue. So you know what? Actually, we're going to use our bombers to weaken them a little bit, which we are. Nice. That's a 1-on-1, that's a 1-on-1, that's a 0-on-2, which obviously I do like the most. Although it does mean not moving up our very strong units. Could move you up. Now the tanks don't necessarily need to move up. Yeah, okay, we just need to deal with these guys, so let's move you back. Let's try to kill you there, that's fine. Pretty much kill them off like such. That's good to see. Right, let's move you down there. That's fine. Okay, so we've basically settled all of these guys. You still cannot move over there, which is a shame, but at least we're going to link that up next turn. And well, we don't have the supply again, so next turn we will be out of supply, but I think we'll capture this and then we'll be alright. So we don't need to be too concerned. I think that's alright. Let's move you guys up, be on the rail line here, block any movement from these guys basically anywhere. That's alright. Move you guys up to the... Well, we could actually even flank you over there. That's interesting. But I do think we probably want to threaten towards down here. Yeah. I mean, this all is kind of nice. But let's look at the Polish supply again. So the Poles are getting supply from down here. It all flows through here and then through Warsaw. So... yeah, we might also just get over here and then cut them over there. That wouldn't really isolate a lot of units, though. So, yeah, let's actually just, quote-unquote, sort of threaten in this direction. That way we might push down there if we do need that. So that's fine. Okay, I like it. Good, that does pretty much leave all of you guys where you are. Again, there's just no way I can move you up, so... there's no headquarter order or anything that I could do. You actually used up all of your headquarter points there. It's a little bit unfortunate because these guys are out of supply here. Right, we do need to take La Mancha at turn 5. We have turn 3. So we have some time here, but not a lot. You guys here are out of supply this turn. So we definitely want to get you back in supply, which is going to be actually a long way. There's no supply coming in from this route or anything? No. So cutting this just doesn't make a difference. So okay, let's do a tactical withdrawal here with the cavalry. That's alright. Nobody will be able to cross into here anyway, so that's okay. Now, I would like to break La Manche early, but given the situation, we could only do a massive air attack here. But there's a good chance, I think there's a 50% chance that, yeah, flying artillery, 50% chance that these guys would put these cities into ruins. And I just don't like that idea, because fighting in ruins is going to be much harder than fighting in any other sort of terrain. So that's pretty much a no. We could try to link you up here, interestingly, as well. We're not getting any supply there on the other side of that river. Bit of an issue. Right, but let's actually use these Grenztruppen. They're weak units, but if we can move them into here, I think that should mean that the Polish side is now out of supply. So that's pretty nice, isn't it? We could try to move you down here to really link that up, but that would mean that next time you could not attack. Would that matter to us, though? Do we want to move you back and be able to attack next time, or do we want to simply attack this time? Now, yeah, not attacking across this would be kind of horrible, so yeah, we do need to take the bridge into account. Okay, you guys would be completely losing, you guys would be yeah, just attacking into this town, into this well-dug-in town, does provide a challenge. And there's no easy way around that. We have crossed them at some points here. Okay, this is a one-on-one attack. I think we can take it. They're still dug in. That's unfortunate. We could try to link you up this way. It's really a shame that we have lost our supply truck there. That's really a big issue. If we've had the supply truck over here, we could still get supplies into here, and we could just link that up and be in supply again. And then even come back and potentially attack them. So do we potentially want to play our card here, our Opel Blitz card, get another supply unit? It's going to be the one available in 3 turns. That's just not going to be enough. Question is, though, in our supply network, you guys, you're not really supplying anyone, are you? Only this city. So we could actually draw you down, and that would give us a truck next turn. Next turn is not going to be enough to get supplied to you, though. You are in range of these guys, actually. So that, on the other hand, means we can supply you next turn. Can I supply you over here? Are you still within range? You are not. I did not expect you to be. If we do link you up this way, though, I think you might just be in range next turn. Right, let's get over here. Now you should be comfortably within range of this headquarter. That's good. Get you over here, so that next turn you'll be able to cross into the city proper and yeah. Okay, you guys can actually move over here this turn. That's alright. Are we getting supply here, by the way? Of course not. Okay, fine. That's alright. Okay, let's move you here. Fine. You could attack. Not gonna. Yeah, that would be horrible this turn. Could move you over here. Could move you over there. That would leave these Grenztruppen somewhat more exposed. You know what? Let's get over here. You're fine there. You guys fine over here. Let's get the tanks to be over here. Doesn't really matter too much. Fine. You guys could attack down there. I don't think that's worthwhile, so let's skip on that. Skip on this. You guys are going to stay where you are. could do an attack here. Seems worthless. You guys fine over here, I think. We're going to try to clear that out. Another one. You know what? Let's move you up here. Just so that I'm sure that you can take this hex there. Cavalry is going to stay where it is, so that's fine. We do have this air attack here, and we could feel that on these guys down here, but I'm not sure that's going to be that useful for us, just to push up here slightly faster. So we're going to save that up for the time being. And actually what we're going to do then is just remove this thing over here, so that next turn we are going to get another truck. That does mean a lot of our units down here especially are going to be out of supply. But it's only a problem for these guys here. So, because they have... Oh, no. En route units? Oh yeah, we've got another motorized division, right? So, we can deploy that. I don't think it makes any sense to deploy it in the rear, so let's deploy it in this hex. And you actually have some artillery, which is interesting. So that probably means... we can move the tank a little bit to the rear here and move the infantry to the front. And potentially do a set piece attack next turn to prevent them from digging in too much. So I think that's fine. Good. Let's turn it over to the Polish side and see what they are going to do. And I think this is going to be a slightly long episode, but here. You guys are withdrawing, that's alright. You guys are digging in, well that's interesting. And you're reinforcing. Headquarters moving to the rear, okay. So no big offensive move here from the Polish side. We're going to be getting some items here. And, oh, this is bad. Now these guys do have... They're out of supply, which is alright. But they are entrenched and they are in bad weather. So that's not ideal at all. You guys are out of supply for a single turn here. Doesn't matter too much. And I think we can just move you this way. If we move you over here, move you over there, and then try to find this cavalry. Okay, you're all right over here. You're guarding this flank. That's good. And now we should have a decent supply line all the way down here. Good. I like it. These guys are out of supply. Not a big issue. You could attack here. Wouldn't do us any good. How about over here? We've got 6 points, don't we? Yeah, we do. There's some Polish unit over here. Actually, a veteran cavalry unit. Now, you guys could come over here. You're out of supply. So we can emergency resupply you, though. And then try to attack into this hex here. The issue is here with the bad weather and the dig-in bonus and the river and the city. This is going to be extremely hard to break. On the other hand, they are out of supply. And we don't actually have to take them this turn. Although it certainly would help us to advance towards... Yeah, oh, actually we do need to take Sliedze by turn 6. So I think we need to be actually a little bit faster because we are not going to make it down here in a single turn. Even that is going to be now extremely difficult actually. So yeah, I do think we have to risk it. Okay, so that does mean we're going to take our headquarter here. We're going to do an emergency resupply on this unit. That's okay. That does allow you to move all the way over here and start your attack. That's alright. We can also do a set piece attack. No, we can't. Okay, because you're motorized. Unfortunate. We can move you over. That's alright. You guys can't quite make it all of the way over there. But I suppose that's fine. You guys actually guarding that bridge too, so let's just move you up a little bit over here. Yeah, no reason to shift you anywhere else. We could move potentially down to your location. How about you? You could move here, but you're out of supply now. It would be really nice to cut that line though. Yeah, these guys are a bit of an issue. So are these though. Okay, you know what? Let's try to do an air attack. It is somewhat risky. Well, we didn't put the city in ruins, but it just didn't help either, so... Right, okay, let's get you down here. Let's start an attack. One killed on each side. Now these guys will be a little bit useless moving down here, but I think it still makes sense to try to cut that rail line. And actually they supply depot. Nice. Good, so you are now actually in supply. That's very good to see. And the Polish side should very much struggle to get any supply into this side up here, so that is good. That's very good actually, so that's nice. That's a good dash down here. Potentially should have moved to cavalry down there. Right. Nevertheless, let's get you on the other side here as well. We are going to take some heavy casualties attacking here, but I think we'll just have to try. Yeah, unfortunately, not enough. It's just barely not enough. We could attack them and suppress them a little bit, but we should potentially have encircle them before. I think there's no defensive retreat shift, 2 losses. Right, let's try to circle around over these guys. You're actually suffering from an armor penalty. I would not have expected that. Any chance of bringing you guys over? No. That's really unfortunate. Okay, nevertheless, we have some units on this side at least. So that is a good start. Not sure what we are going to do about these guys up there. And I think we'll just have to do... So we could try to take them out. We could, of course, try to take them out with the air attack. But at a -3 modifier and a very hefty chance of putting the city in ruins, it just doesn't sound like a very attractive proposition. We could attack them down here as well and try to move about. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a very heavy air attack here. Suppress them by a lot, which is good to see. Attack them with our infantry, one-on-one losses. But we are getting them to retreat, that's good. And that does mean that this tank unit now can at least advance towards northern Warsaw. Now, I fully believe that that Hex is going to be under enemy control here. Can I actually move you forward? Just a scooch over there. You guys could get all the way over here. Let's actually put you forward then. Disrupt these guys. Can't move you up any further. How about you? No. You can actually go over here. Interesting. Well, of course there are going to be some units here. We sort of expected that much, but I think we can attack these guys, overrun them. You're going to get a level up, and we are actually going to be able to upgrade our headquarter here. That's fantastic. So how that works is we can either get 7 command points, we'd be spending 50 prestige. That's nice. We could also get a specialization here in river crossing, which would just reduce the costs of doing that. Or we could specialize in entrenchment and decrease the cost for entrenching. Now, we are going to be on the offensive here for a while, so I don't think specializing in entrenchment is going to be useful. But river crossings, that does seem to be useful, so I think we're going to take that. Now, there's an issue here that you guys are out of supply, and that is going to cost you dearly, I think, next to... Although there is a bridge, right? Yeah, there is a bridge. So that's pretty decent. Right, everyone over here is fine. You guys are guarding that. That's okay. There's no chance that we're going to be flanked over here or anything. Good. And I would love for you guys to further disrupt any traffic going here. Good. Do we have any cart that would be useful? Elite replacements, stuff like that. Pretty much everyone here is in range, and we have actually got some specialized orders. Like, for example, river crossing. No one can cross a river for now. You guys could potentially next turn get over here and then attack there, but I think the river crossing is actually only on major rivers, isn't it? Major river. We do not currently have a major river on the map, as it appears, so I think that's alright then. Good. We could use the bombing, but I really want to keep that for the next one, so that's going to be alright. You guys are going to be in supply. That's okay. We could build up another rail depot. How's the situation over here? Well, this is slightly awkward. I'd really love to capture this hex here so that we have a decent rail supply line running that way. Yeah, you guys will be more or less completely out of supply. Oh, look, notice that. We could actually cross here and attack this turn. Let's do it. This is costly for us, but... Okay, they are now considered weak. Yeah, but we still can't break them. Still concerned about these guys up here, though. However, I think if we move over here, we will be blocking any movement. Yeah, that should be under zone of control and that should be under zone of control. So you guys are alrightish there. Good. Okay, so the supply is going to be meaning that you are going to suffer some heavy penalties, but everyone else should be alright. Good. So that actually means only you guys down there will be completely out of supply. So that does actually mean we can potentially just set up a rail depot over here. And if we built one over here, that should basically give you all the supply that you need. If we had that town here, that would actually be even better. And since I'm not sure that we are going to be able to take this immediately, I think that's going to be alright. We could also place it somewhere else, right? We could actually place it... We could actually place it... I do not want to place it over there, thank you. Right. We could place it... If we place it, let's say, here. Well, that would give supplies to everyone here in the besieging role. But not there. Well, how about over here? Yeah, okay, you know what? That I like. It does give a supply on this side of the river and to the besiegers there. So, I'm going to be happy with this. Good. And we are fairly sure that we can keep that. Good. I like it. That being said, I think we do have to put in a cut to this episode. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time when we are going to attack on towards Siedlce, Białystok, Northern Warsaw. The going so far has been good, but we did take a lot of casualties. So, let's see you next time. Bye-bye.